The end of that, hopefully many of you recognized, but is very famous, FBI photo, looking obviously for three incredible SNCC workers and the work that they were doing trying to bring out the vote down south. We can talk about that a lot down at the reception if you'd like. So this next piece that I'd like to do for you also very much speaks for itself and is really resident in the time period of when I moved to Hershey, again, given my background and the interesting things that I encountered. And it ended up being the kind of inspiration for my book of poetry. And it's entitled, "They Said I Wasn't Really Black." Born from white and brown young skins, I was so different from the pack. Adopted by Caucasians at just 2 weeks of age, they couldn't have known about the other people. They said I wasn't really black. A violinist I was destined for early on, I showed them the knack. It was Mozart for me and Beethoven too. I never got to memorize Jackson 5 lyrics, so they said I wasn't really black. School bells and cafeteria food, I sat there with my brown lunch sack. There was no fried chicken in my Ziploc bag, no confrontation between watermelon and black-eyed peas. They said I wasn't really black. I'd stroll into the rehearsal room wishing I was the Daddy Mac. I didn't even go to the games, let alone sport the jersey. Hell, I wasn't even in the band, and I wonder why they said I wasn't really black. I didn't talk the talk and couldn't walk the walk. Familial precedent I did lack. At first it seemed correct by design. It took me years till I was uncomfortable when they said I wasn't really black. There were those who made me feel different and a few who I thought had my back. I could have taken all the racial slurs if only it wasn't my friends around when they said I wasn't really black. All I sought was acceptance. Any click shell I could not crack. They feared the anomaly. Too bad for me that I got good grades. Couldn't play spades because I wasn't really black. Then it settled down on me, waiting unease upon my back, like the line and rhyme of these words I write. I had only just begun to fight when they said I wasn't really black. The first African queen I was to know drew me in like the sweet lilac. She shut those doors, supposedly wanted more, but I knew the reason behind, because they said I wasn't really black. For a time I had an afro. It should have got me on the track. Foolish me to think they'd see what I wanted to be. Why did they all have to agree? My skin was just a racial ghee. Hopelessly, eventually, they said I wasn't really black. I'm glad I found out that they were wrong. I ain't born in Uncle Tom's shack. I guess they wish the color was not what it is, but what they wanted it to be when they said I wasn't really black. I have come to terms with what I cannot fight. I yearn no longer to attack. The title I sought without emerged from within. There was serenity and complacency, while impervious to chagrin when they said I wasn't really black. Every moment I burst with pride. I toss a memory in my sack. Their jibes ebb like the tide as I open the floodgates wide. It was quite a ride. Over now, save the rare aside. I wish I wouldn't have cried. I kind of hope they lied when they said I wasn't really black.